professional photographer, Tristan Sadler.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, he's working.
filming something.
He's actually working right now.
No.
Thanks, Roosters, for the deep slab.
It's way good.
And the elevation.
Yeah. How many beers deep are we collectively?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9.
This is my first and it's half gone.
That's a lot.
Okay.
I feel bad. I'm on my third since I got here.
That's right.
We know you drink a lot, so it's fine.
You've been out in the sun all day.
You've loved beer for quite some time.
A long time, yeah. I love beer.
Somewhere between
nothing wrong with
amateur to like you're right in the even above that.
I'm right in there somewhere with.
What was your first
beer.
beer? Do you remember?
Yeah, dude. It was I think what is it? Is it Tecate? Right?
Yeah.
No, I
beer
think
to
like that was like my first like one. When I was like, I don't know, I didn't even drink till I was 20. So
I thought you were going to say
It's
7.
not legal till you're 21, Tristan.
well, yeah, but break rules. But I didn't like. I was like, I'm not really into it. And then like, the first beer I got drunk off was Tecate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you need like 19
and
of
it
those?
took a bunch, but unless
It
it's
took
just started.
well, it was like yeah, and I just remember laying out my friend's porch, just like, what the hell just happened? I'm so wasted.
Tecate.
But that was just us partying. But yeah, I don't know. I like beer. It's
Mine
good.
is worse than that. I think my first beer that I
You remember it?
No, I mean I don't remember the first ones. I remember the first ones where I
don't remember
pay
the first
attention, where I paid attention when
Yeah.
I was drinking. It was Zima.
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 I don't even know what
Anybody
that
know what
is.
Zima is?
Yes.
Is that a beer, though?
no.
I think it's a
Oh,
malt.
it's
Isn't it a malt
Sounds like
beverage?
a
It's malt
vitamin or
liquid
like something
No,
wrong.
it's not a
Something-
beer.
I don't know what it falls into the category.
It's
of,
like a
but it's sold as a
pre-seltzer.
beer and it's sold with beer. And
Yeah,
in my head, it was
it's sold by the
still
alcohol.
A beer. Yeah.
Was it the cream of the crop?
No, it was
Nah.
garbage. Garbage.
Have you ever had Beer 30? The one that's in like a purple can. I don't think it's around anymore, but
No, but I
that
want
shit
that.
sucked, dude.
Oh,
Well, you could buy a
I don't
30
want that.
and for like $10. And it was,
Yeah, that's a
ooh.
sign. That's a red flag.
But when you're in college, it's a good time.
Red flag, good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon posted. Did you post something about your Goldschlager the other day?
Yes.
Talking about garbage alcohol.
Yeah, that was a flashback. But it was true.
Bits of gold.
We would go to the club and
Bits
order
of gold.
order a shot of Goldschlager and think we were cool.
Ballers.
So baller because it had flakes of gold in it because you could
Yeah.
dig it out of your system later and
So
turn it,
sick.
sell it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. You
I'm
mine
not
for
really sure
it
how
later.
that works.
How do you mine for that?
you
You collect it for a while.
It's a
Let it
little
dry
pan.
out, you know?
Use the little pan.
There's ways.
What do you
Like
do,
a
put a strainer in
prospector.
your toilet
like a
seat?
prospector with
Yeah,
like a
they're
prospector
prospecting.
hat.
Yeah,
you got a
what you're doing. You're out there. You're prospecting for gold. That's good shit.
I'm telling you what, if you visited the club restrooms afterwards with a little prospecting hat and a little thing, gold all over.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
People would be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, don't worry about it. Finding my way. Finding my way in this world.
Mining for nuggets.
That was pretty
Mining for nuggets,
That wasn't
dude.
bad. That was an orange IPA. Thanks, Rooster.
Mining for nuggets should be an Instagram name for a marijuana brand.
No, I think that's a band.
Mining for Nuggets is
Mining
a
for
band?
Nuggets is a band. Did you guys see those guys the other night? Mining for Nuggets?
No, you're playing it up.
You're totally
They
messing
opened.
with us.
You're such a
They
liar,
opened
bro.
what? They opened what?
Like, I believe you
Your dad
until
joke
you were
was-
like, they opened the other night. You should have seen them.
No, I'm saying it should be a band. Mining for Nuggets is a band name.
It's a band name, yeah.
But
Yeah.
not one currently.
No, sorry. I didn't mean to
Okay.
mislead.
Yeah.
That was
You
my-
misled all of us.
Oh, yeah, on purpose.
Next up,
purpose.
Mining for Nuggets. Thank
Yeah.
you, Chicago.
Which you like music.
Love
What's your
music.
favorite band right now? Tristan the photographer?
Right now, dude. Well, okay, my all-time favorite band is Under Oath. I love metal
And
music.
is that a Christian rock band?
Like they were when they started, yeah. And they don't. I don't know if identify is the right word, but they don't like go by that anymore because there's like some dudes that are Christian, some dudes that aren't in the band. They just make music, and it's metal and heavy and really sweet. But if you like don't like too heavy, it's like a good one to get into because they're kind of like their old newer stuff. Well, their oldest stuff is like really heavy, and then like right in the middle, it's kind of like screamo singing, and then it gets heavier again. So, to find the great line, Under Oath, best album. Super good.
I wouldn't know.
No, you wouldn't
Look
know.
it up now, though.
Under
It's
Oath, yeah.
oh man, it's so.
I feel like I can picture their logo. That's the furthest I can go. Right now.
Dude, the drummer, he lives in Salt Lake, So it's kind of wild. And they
Do
like,
you want to do a van sessions?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know them personally.
Yet.
But dude, you know what's
Yeah.
whack? They've been on tour a couple times, like 3 times in the past like year. They've announced a tour and they've skipped Salt Lake each time.
But they're from Salt Lake.
But
from
the
here.
drummer lives in Salt Lake, like
But
down.
they're not
like,
based in
Mackinac.
Salt Lake.
No, but I'm like, dude, why are you skipping Salt Lake? Come on, guys.
Maybe because he doesn't want people to know. Maybe it was a really nice neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe he's over it. He's like, Salt Lake fans suck. I'm like, I don't. I'm here.
Maybe he has trails that are too close to his house. He's worried
Yeah,
about people coming
yeah,
in. and
that's probably what it is.
Oh.
He's worried about crime.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna
Yeah, we
steal
tie
my
all this in
TV,
together.
dude.
Todd can.
God
just-
forbid there's a
Todd's
trail.
a mix master.
He is the mix master. Yeah.
Certain shows, 1 out of 4 shows, I listen the entire time.
I love that.
There are shows where we forget Todd's even
What?
here, but yeah,
He's a good listener.
then
Reminder.
which makes for being a good podcaster.
Damn.
True.
For those who don't know, Tristan is here, and I consider
Oh,
him
yes. Why is this guy here?
a friend. He's a professional photographer now, but when I
Aw.
first met him, he was a professional student up at Weber State University.
Appreciate you.
Before that, he was a panhandler on what street was it that I saw you?
Goldschlager Avenue.
Never-
What?
I want to take it all the way back.
Oh, geez, yeah, no.
I remember how you looked the first time I saw you, and I had questions.
Wow.
What did I look
Wow.
like?
Yeah, you was very unkempt.
Just yeah,
Like in a
I
good
was-
way.
I was
you were
pretty unkempt.
unkempt.
Oh, it was the
I'm not,
beard.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, hey, what's up, dog? I don't know who that is.
Harrison's here.
There was
He just
definitely a
left.
time that I kind of.
I loved your
I just
look,
like
but I
let
had
my hair
questions.
grow,
Yeah,
my
it gave
beard
me
grow. I was
questions.
just like,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm like,
people,
what's this guy look like under all
yeah,
that?
people are like, dude, you kind of look a little homeless. And I was like, well, such is life.
Such as
You know what I mean?
Well, to me, it was just like this guy's got some stories. That's what I thought.
I
You look
love
like
that.
you were in a
This guy's got some
band.
Stories.
He's got some stories.
Yeah, you know,
He's
this is
lived a
what I thought.
life. I'll take it. It's funny like what other people think of you.
Yeah,
It's
well,
always like a funny thing.
for,
like,
for
think
me,
about.
it was more of a interest. It was more.
Yeah, yeah.
interest than-
Well, like the impression that you give, you know what I mean? Like you don't know what people think of you when they first see you, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
Wonder what impression I gave to them.
yeah,
you know?
first impression.
Good or
is a real
bad.
thing.
So, whatever.
Do you want to talk about photography?
Yeah, we can talk about whatever you want.
Okay.
I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm just here to party.
We're here to drink the beer.
You said, hey man, you want to come on the podcast? I said, yeah. What were we talking about? And then you're like, I'm gonna keep that a secret.
Well, yeah, I kind of gave you a little bit of hint.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, a little bit.
But
Let's go back to where Travis crossed over with the Banyan for the first time, because this is not the first time you have sat with us behind a mic.
well, no, we had him at a beer fest that we didn't
Yeah.
never made the air because we were both shit faced up at Snowbank.
Wasn't
Hey,
there
man,
another
don't put me on
podcast? Didn't we?
There,
have
no,
you on
we
another
did with
podcast?
Dojo too. And remember, I had to leave
Oh
early.
my god, that was the best. Okay, so
You
we
left early because you were
Yeah.
you had
Dude, super.
do.
I was so
Yeah.
stressed because I was sitting right here, and I remember it was like 4 days before the premiere, and we still hadn't.
No, we had the van at the time.
Yeah, and we still hadn't had the we hadn't
The premiere
had
of
Dojo,
which is
a snowboard film that me
you
and my-
made, you filmed, you
Well, we all collectively. There's a group of us that filmed it. I edited it.
okay.
It's a group project. It wasn't just me. It was like a whole. There's 4 of us, and there's like we all played a part in some way or shape or form. But I did all the editing or most of the editing, you know. And then we'd get together and they'd like give critiques on like this flows, this doesn't flow, and then I'd go back in, change some things. But
A group of about 4 of you.
yeah. Me, Micah, Cody, and Chase were the main ones. Bryden would have been there, but he was filming other projects with other snowboarders at the time. And but I remember being here and I was so stressed because we were like 4 days before the premiere and the DVD wasn't done, and we were selling DVDs because we're like, we're not going to put this online. It's going to be DVD only because we want to bring people together and have an experience and like show the premiere. And we were just running into so many problems getting it like software issues and whatever. And
What were you editing on then?
I edited everything on Final Cut. So I still
You had like a MacBook Pro? Like what?
yeah. I edited on a MacBook Pro and was using Final Cut Pro 10. And I still use Final Cut Pro 10. I mean, I like a lot of people use Premiere or like DaVinci, but like honestly, like it's all 6s. Like if you want to edit and you know what you're doing and you're comfortable with the program, like just use what you know,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
not questioning your choice for using DVDs, but just hear me out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you may have cracked the code on, the issues that you were having, but think about video cassettes. I'm a big fan of video cassettes. There's something special about particularly snowboard video cassettes. I would love to see your projects on video cassettes.
A VHS.
Oh, damn straight.
That'd be sick.
I have an incredible selection.
Pretty sure I don't know
video
how to
cassettes.
put it on a VHS anymore.
Oh,
I did. My first
straight
movie I
up
ever
find it every
made
time.
was Electric Shock, and I was like 13 years old, and it was on. I don't even know. I was talking about it the other day with my friend, and I don't know if it was like a skate film or a snowboard film, but it was on VHS, and I was like 13 when I made it.
Do you
I still
still
have it. Yeah, I have it in my house.
Oh, we need to see that.
And I don't even know if it was snowboarding or skateboarding. I'll find it. We should watch it.
100%. I'll bring in a VCR and we'll watch it right
That's
here.
so funny. I'm way down.
So you started at 13 making movies.
Yeah.
Probably before that. Or was that the first one?
No, like I.
What were you shooting on at 13?
Like a small, like just like high 8 Handycam, like Sony Handycam.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just remember seeing skating and snowboarding videos and was like, I grew up skating and snowboarding, and I just fell in love with like wanting to make like videos for it. And me and my friends, every year, I just kind of like took it on as like whatever, like this is what I'm gonna do. And I made a snowboard and ski film every year and had premieres at my house. My family, like my parents were just like, hey, come, invite everybody, and we had video premieres at my parents' house.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I think it's wild how, because you have a group of friends, snowboarding friends.
Yeah.
And you decided to video, but others decided to just focus on snowboarding, right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I don't know.
I find that interesting.
What? Sick. I don't know. I just think that the art of
the art of capturing the art.
Like I don't know. I really like it's I think it's just as challenging as someone landing a trick is filming or shooting a proper photo, and like it's never going to be maybe perfect, but like every now and again you're going to shoot a photo or film something that your friend did that's just going to be like, I'm so excited that I captured this moment. And I really enjoy that.
If we were all having this conversation without these microphones, it would be cool. It would be fun.
Oh, 100%.
But the fact that it is captured,
it
kind of changes things a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I love it because you get to share it with more people, and it's like I shot a photo of my buddy Chase this year, and it's maybe my favorite snowboard photo I've shot. And like I just remember the moment of like we lined it up and we're like, we're gonna go here, you're gonna turn this area, and we looked at it and then we radioed in, and right when I snapped the photos, I immediately was like, that's the sickest thing I've ever photographed snowboarding. I was so hyped on it. So it's like those moments I'm like constantly chasing with.
Did you retire or was that like I'm good?
No, we kept
the
shooting.
shot. I'm done.
You dropped his handy cam and walked away.
I literally said I threw my camera on the road and I took the memory card out. I said I'm done forever. Shot the photo.
Took the memory card out.
And then I let the camera get hit by a car. No, but yeah, it was like one of those moments where you just like, damn, that was, I don't know, like the stars aligned. And I think that for me, like I love snowboarding and I'll snowboard until the day I die, and I love like learning new tricks with it and all that stuff, but like I really love capturing my friends who are just like so passionate about it. I just like think it's so rad, like getting in a scene and getting in a moment, and like they're riding this cliff or riding this face or they're hitting this handrail or something or whatever, and like shooting their moment and being able to give that to them, I think is so rad.
So what do you do with that footage now?
Well, so now we're currently filming a project for Powder Mountain.
Okay.
And it's called Powder Hounds, and really I feel very like thankful and blessed that they asked me to like kind of like head the project. It was like me, Ben Moyson, and this guy named Drew, who I haven't met. We all filmed it, and then they asked me to be the editor for it. And so I'm actually meeting with Ian tomorrow to like gather footage and stuff and talk about like deadlines and like when we're gonna like premiere the project. But it's like, so like this past winter I just filmed primarily at Powder Mountain and filmed all my best friends just snowboarding.
Do you like filming or taking photos better?
I like them both the same, so it's really hard to pick.
Really?
Because sometimes I'm like, damn it, I wish I could just do both. I wish I had 4 arms and hands. So I could like
it's hard
shoot
because,
a photo and film
some
it.
people will lean one way or the other because
Yeah.
really you can dive into the photo side, you can dive into
sure,
the video
for sure.
side. So, but you're in love with both processes.
Yeah, I think equally. I think they're both They both allow you to be so creative in a different mindset. Like a photo, you're just kind of focusing on one frame, in one moment in time. And then a video, you're focusing on like the whole process, like, multiple frames to build a scene. And I just think that, I don't know, for my brain, it just challenges me in different ways where it's like, okay, like how can we do this better the next time? Like what is like, I don't know, like how do we, it just makes me think outside the box more and try to like become better at both. Like I don't want to be just like, I mean, I guess I would say I'm primarily like photography, but like I really love doing video and trying to create video and bring that to life and make it, I don't know, bring what's in my brain to the screen.
Bring what's in my brain. I like that. Yeah. You do a lot of sort of like evening, good light photography, and then also mountains. You spend a lot of time in Glacier.
Love the mountains, dude.
Yeah. Tell me about Glacier.
Glacier is my favorite place on earth. So I don't know. Oh man. 2015 I went to Glacier for the first time and I immediately fell in love, and I've been going back every year, multiple times a year, sometimes 3 times a year. I was up there in March and I'll be back there this year in August.
You were there in March?
Yeah, I saw my buddy Noah and his lady Lolo. They got engaged, and he asked me to come out and shoot the photos of the proposal.
In winter?
Yeah, because Lake McDonald is still open.
Okay.
And it's like the big like poster child lake that is Glacier, and he proposed to his lady on the dock and asked me to shoot photos, and I was hiding behind the trees and shot the photos, and it was just like such a cool moment. And then being there in the winter is pretty awesome. Like hiked out to my favorite spot, to Medicine, in the winter, and just seeing it with like no people around and then covered in snow is just like magical, man. It's like those moments are so special.
And no bears.
Yeah, well, that time they were waking up, so there could have been bears.
Yeah.
Or cats. So, but yeah, I love the Glacier. Glacier is my favorite place. It
We
just
got
like
cats
brings
on
me to life,
22nd,
you know?
so.
Yeah, there's cats out here in Ogden. So, yeah, I love it. It's I think Glacier.
Yeah, can you explain it? Why you love it? Because I love
Dude,
Yellowstone.
okay, so
that's why
there's-
there's photos in here, but it's almost hard to explain.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to explain it until someone goes and experiences it, and maybe they'd have to be in the mindset that I'm in when I'm there. But it's a moment for me to like really dial into like my spiritual side and get close to God and like have prayer time and just spend those moments in nature that are like quiet and away from like all the noise that is life, and being in areas where there's no service. And like Glacier, it gets pretty busy in the summer, but if you know where to go and you know what trails to hike, you can get away from all the people and all the noise and just exist in a moment. And those moments I'll always chase and live for. It's just like that. I feel the most myself in that time.
Well, I feel like we need that more and more as social media becomes more prevalent in our lives.
For sure.
24-hour news sources, internet, all the things.
Yeah.
To not have that, so we can find ourselves for
Being,
10 minutes. It's
being able
nice.
to separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love it, and like I love Glacier because there's some areas that like they refuse to make a paved road because they're like, no, we don't want a ton of people out there. It's like it's supposed to be a place where you go and just like quiet down, and you don't hear the noise of the world. And I really think that those moments just like make you appreciate. I don't know. It calms you, makes you appreciate life, and take it all in and, shut everything else off that doesn't actually matter because we get so caught up in shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah. How do you make a living?
Shoot photos.
Like for real?
Yeah.
Like you get paid per photo? Like how does it work?
Okay. Well, all right. So right now I'm working for Lucky Slice full time, and I shoot photos for them. I'm on like their marketing team, and they pay me monthly, like stipend, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, and really thankful for that. My buddy Chase hired me on for that, and basically, that is.
But that basically pays the bills?
Well, there's multiple things. So it's like that. Lucky Slice is one thing, and it's a consistent monthly income, right?
Yeah.
And then I get shot list of what I need to do each month and what I need to shoot, and so I go out and I'll like set up those shots at the different locations, do different stuff. Like next week we have like new swag coming in, like gear, like t-shirts, and so we're setting up like stylized photo shoot for that. And so that's like my one main income, and then I shoot for Mountain West Hard Cider and that's through my friends at Black Coals, Sean and Asher. They hired me on to be the photographer for Mountain West, and so that's another like monthly like I guess like income. And then I do a bunch of other freelance stuff like events. This weekend I'm shooting Living Traditions Festival in Salt Lake.
That's my festival.
I remember we talked about that actually.
Our council. Sorry.
So yeah, so I'll be there all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, shooting that event, and then shooting other product photos or weddings and couples, engagements.
Do you like weddings?
Family photos. I like weddings. I do. Yeah, I like.
They stress me out.
So
man.
they're stressful, but I think if you can find your way in it and you kind of like know how to handle it and just like know how to like talk to people and kind of like just let yourself be yourself.
I just see gorgeous photos coming from some of these weddings, and then
for sure
the expectation is through the roof, right? Like
yeah, for sure.
But if they hired you, the expectations
is a little lower.
A little lower. Yeah.
But no, like there is this thing of like there's certain you want to attract. I think like with your photography, you
there's no way I would shoot a wedding.
You post what you want to attract.
I DJ, which is
DJ,
even better.
DJ is sticking.
I love
It's
DJ.
sick.
Yeah. But I get nervous DJing them because I play the wrong song at the wrong time. You know, I don't know.
The wrong song at the wrong time is
the crowd falls apart.
Is expected
at a wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the whole
I go back to
punchline.
that movie, the greatest Christmas movie ever. Is this the worst DJ ever? And then he plays the song. And
Yes.
I love
it's
that.
the DJ ever. Love Actually is the name of that film.
Never seen it.
gotta go
You
watch
touched
that.
on one thing that I would actually love to throw just a tiny bit of love towards, little free love towards, and that's Lucky Slice, right?
Yeah.
So
love them.
I'm very fortunate to have Lucky Slice in my life. I think a lot of people at Ogden are.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious, right?
Yeah.
And so I love what they do. I love how they prioritize things. I love that they're still here and doing it.
Amen.
And so we'll talk. I'd love to get them in, and we'll chat. I think we've had collectively probably a bunch of people from there.
Oh, we should,
Yeah,
we
for
should
sure.
get Chase on here.
Chase,
just
dude,
talking
yeah.
about that, because
It'd
I
be
feel like
cool
we've
to have
had
Chase on here.
conversations, but just to talk about Lucky Slice. But your experience with them, and you go back, sometime
Yeah,
with
for
Lucky
sure.
Slice. What is it that they do differently? What is it they do right?
Well, that's what we always talk about. Like, we'll have meetings and we're like, what sets us apart? And I think a lot of it is that, like, we're not just pizza, we like care about we care about the community. We care about the people that are in our community. We care about like the cultural like area that is around us, and we want to like give back to that. And so like we'll bring in artists, we'll have live music, and we'll bring in like a local artist to paint something or something like that. And we want to make it not just about pizza. It's not like just a restaurant where you can come and just like get a pizza and leave. It's like come hang out, like see the culture that we have here. And like my roommate, we did a video on him skating, and it's just like, like what is in Ogden, what is in Utah, what is the area that we live in, and all the people that are involved in it. It's like we're more than just a brand that sells, I don't know, a really good tasting pie. It's like
It is good.
yeah, but like it's like we love snowboarding, we love outdoors stuff, we love so many different things, right? As a
It's
collective
definitely a
group.
life. I would think of it like a lifestyle. It is
Yeah.
a lifestyle
Yeah.
brand.
For sure, it's definitely, and a lot of that
Isn't
is
that
like,
funny? It's a pizza lifestyle brand.
for sure, and a lot of that comes from Chase. Chase built that, like he helped the owners build, like it was already there, and then when Chase came on, he helped them like move it to the next step of like building this like awesome lifestyle brand where it's like they start off with like sponsoring snowboarders locally and being like, hey, you're on like a snowboard team, we love snowboarding. And I think that like was a huge step in changing like the culture of like we're more than just pizza. Like we're a brand that like cares about people, and like they make cool product too. Like they make cool shirts and hats and have cool logos, and I don't know, it's badass,
The priorities have always interested me because I don't assume for a second that they don't do well, but even if they're not, it's just still they have never let down on those things, right?
Yeah, they care about what they care about, and they want to bring that to the table.
Anyway, I
So.
wanted to touch on that. Lucky Slice always makes me smile.
It's the best, dude. I love it. That pizza is so good.
Man,
No hate on any other pizza
hungry
in town. But it was like, I
Well,
really
we're like 2-3 beers deep.
I
so
mean,
yeah,
let's
that
be
sounds
honest.
good.
Lucky Slices,
Yeah.
top tier pizza. You know what I mean?
Tristan, what's as a photographer? You got any advice for those who want to make a living as a photographer?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What do I want to say? I think that if you want to make a living as a photographer and you actually love it, just to not give up. because it's going to be really tough and it's not going to be easy, and you got to build like a brand and an image. And
you love social media.
Yeah. Also, I think that you got to love social media right now.
I mean,
if you want to be a photographer.
I was trying to be a little funny because I think you hate it half the time.
Sometimes I hate it, but honestly, I do like it. Like, I actually love Instagram. I think it's really rad. And I think it takes away from us, but I also think it provides so much more. It just depends on how you use it. And,
did you like it because it came out about the time we were in college together.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, this is such BS, like this app that.
Oh yeah, it was so weird. I remember like being told about it, and it was like, it was just funny because like at first everyone just posted like food photos and like random photos.
Well, it was instant. You're supposed to upload what you take a picture of instantly.
On your phone. Yeah, it was like,
and then as soon as I saw someone upload something that was from a camera that they took at a different time, it was no longer instant. It was totally hated on for a while.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a bunch of crap. But have you ever gone back and looked at like Jimmy Chin's first photo?
Oh yeah. No, I haven't looked at his. I've gone back and looked at other people's. It's like he really did take it with his phone. You know what I mean? And then it's wild. Well, it's just grown. You know what I mean? To the area where
Jamie,
it's like,
if you are listening to this show, I think you've been brilliant from the start.
Yeah, amen. You're brilliant as fuck.
Just thought I'd go ahead and put that out there. Sorry, go ahead.
Your photos don't suck.
Go look. Well, it takes forever to trust me. I did it. It takes so long to scroll all the way to the end of Jimmy's.
It's really
to see Jimmy's first photo, but it's worth it because you can tell like the dude took it with a cell phone or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And used one of the filters at the time because he was at. It was good to know that even Jimmy, the god of outdoor photography, was struggling on Instagram in the beginning because he's like, what the hell am I going to do with this app? You know, and he posts something and he left it up there because a lot of those people will delete it.
Well, and I for sure. And like a lot of they'll archive their photos or change their stuff. But I think it's cool to like scroll back on someone's Instagram and see how far they've come. And I don't really think that there's like, as you're creating photos, I don't think there's a bad photo. Like, I think you just get better at understanding what photography is and what to look for in your own eye and your own image of what you want to showcase in your own style with your own editing. And I think that that's another thing that I would tell anyone who wants to make it as a photographer. It's like, start shooting. And if you really do love it, like, just fight through it and keep going and like build your portfolio and don't give up on your day job until you know that you can. It's like once you get to this point where you have clients and you're building like a name for yourself and you're putting yourself out there and getting yourself like, I don't know, letting yourself be vulnerable, you know, and letting yourself like exist. And sometimes you just got to like be like, hey, like let me shoot your family photos for free because I want to build my portfolio, or like let me shoot your wedding for free. You know what I mean? Well,
Eric,
like,
I do feel bad that you feel left out. I think that your MySpace page is still inspiring a lot of people.
I love that.
Right.
I mean, it gets a few people.
I love MySpace. It should come back.
I've got, it's still pretty active.
Do you have a profile song?
I did. It was from Journey.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh,
Don't Stop Believing. That's why I still
love
have
that.
it.
Oh, it was perfect. That's
the best song.
Fortune telling. That's it.
God, that's fantastic. What's the worst thing about being a professional photographer, Tristan?
Worst thing?
Yeah. What do you hate about your job?
I don't know if I hate anything. I don't think I hate anything about it. I think that I enjoy all the aspects of it. That's the other thing too. If you want to do it, you gotta kind of learn to enjoy all of it. Like
the editing.
I love editing. Mm-hmm. I love shooting, and then like you gotta love the business side of it and like having conversations, emailing, all that stuff. Like I think that maybe that's the hardest part for me is like, I don't know, having those tough conversations about budget and about price.
Okay, how do you set your rates?
It's project based, you know. It's like depends on their demands, their deliverables, what they want in that moment. Like if it's like, you know, do they want like all their reels filmed on an iPhone, or do they want them filmed like on a professional camera with like really nice lighting, you know? So it's like, you know, but is it gonna be quick and I'm just like pulling out my phone and filming some shit of like me cracking a beer, or am I like being like, okay, set up, model, all these things, like all of that plays a factor into like figuring out your price. And I think that you just have to know your value in that and what you want to be paid as a photographer, and also letting brands know that you can't take advantage of me.
So knowing your worth, do you do that by the hour?
Kind of. I kind of base it like it's, I don't know, like for an event right now, I don't know. Should I just tell you? Should I be transparent?
Might as well.
Okay.
No one's listening.
All right.
Jimmy is.
Okay, so like
Jimmy
like for an event, and
Literally
I
just
think
texted
that yeah, he just texted.
Oh shit, he did. Yeah.
So
it's not live, but yeah.
For an event that is living traditions, this is just my transparent thing. It's,
Just so you know, I kind of know what
yeah.
what photographers make for events. Like,
Yeah.
once you ask around enough, you sort of know the ballpark.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm low or if I'm high.
Let's hear it.
I think you're mostly high.
I charge probably high. I charge $1,800 a day or $2,000 a day for 8 hours.
For 8 hours.
Yeah, and that's like of event shooting.
We do the
now,
math.
If it is a wedding,
Does that include the editing?
Yeah, and if it's a wedding, but I get to pick. I get to pick all the photos I want to deliver and what I want to edit and how many I want to deliver. You know what I mean? And then if it's a wedding, it's $3,000 to start out. Unless there's like different demands, like do they want me there for the whole ceremony or just like the after party, the reception, you know? So it's like you got to work with your clients and you got to meet them where they're at. And I think that is like a balance, and you're gonna have people that tell you no, you're gonna have people that tell you yes. But like for living traditions, I told them like my day rate is typically $2,000 a day. If you want to hire me to shoot photos all day, editing, and then deliver a gallery. But if you hire me for all of them, and we'll do like the whole 3 days, then it's $1,800 a day.
So rough math, that's 200 to
Rough math. You had your phone out.
Yeah, rough math.
Yeah.
with using with like rounding errors, rounding errors. But it's like 200 an hour, which is about right. But
yeah,
every photographer prices it different too.
So 200 an hour for shooting, right? And then you have to
plus editing.
But then you have to calculate the editing time, and then the cataloging, and then I pay for the gallery service that I deliver it on, and then the camera equipment that I paid for, plus like
you don't have to explain yourself.
No, but all those things go into the factor of like pricing yourself.
Yes, it does.
And I've talked to photographers who are like, yo, I can't even get someone to pay me $300 for an event, and I was like, well, it's because you're charging little, like charge a lot. You know what I mean? Like if you charge like there's a point of like I heard a photographer say, where it's like you might not be getting jobs because you're charging too little. So people don't believe in you. So charge more. And then you also, even then, if it, like, let's say you want $1,000 for a job, like instead of saying $1,000 in the email, say you want $1,500, and then you have a $500 wiggle room to work with and negotiate with, because every brand, no matter what you do, they're going to want to negotiate. And they're going to want to be like, well, we can't meet you at $1,500, but we could do $1,250. And you're like, okay, well, for this one time, I'll do $1,250. And then on your invoice, you say, $1,500 discount, $250, so they know what they're getting.
I love that last pro tip. That's huge. And then, do you ever negotiate weddings? Because man, weddings. I
do negotiate weddings. I meet people where they're at because everyone is different. And a wedding is it's not like they're not using those photos for their business. Like they're using those photos for a sentimental purpose, to remember a time.
Second wedding.
And yes, and it's just like, but like I look at that where it's like
second wedding.
I kind of want to meet people in weddings. Like I tell them my flat rate, which is I start at $3,000, and we work out from there with what their needs are. You know what I mean? Because it's like they might want like
and that's just you. That's
not
that's
an
just assistant
me
or anything.
No, that's just me.
Okay.
Like that's just me. If I had an assistant, it'd be another like $1,000. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know. It like I know my friend Aubrey. She charges like $4,000 in state. At least that's what her website said. $6,000 out of state, and she's phenomenal, dude. Like she is wedding photography.
Does she do video plus? Or
no, she just does photography. Photos? Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is like once you have a style and once you have that, and like I wouldn't even say that I'm a wedding photographer. It's just I love capturing those moments for those people. And if I can be there and I can meet you where you're at in price, like I'll, we'll do that, and if we can't meet, that's fine. If you can find somebody else that is like more in your budget, that's totally cool too. It's like no hard feelings, but I just think as a photographer, you have to find your value, and you have to know what you have to believe what you're worth, and your worth and your value is going to change from year to year. Like sometimes you might, one year you're going to have higher prices, the next year you're going to have lower, and then you're going to wiggle around.
Down?
I think because it's like a balance of finding out where you stand and like what's working in your area. Because like Ogden people, I'm gonna be honest, Utah, they're not going to pay as much. Like a lot of people in Utah are pretty like conservative.
Do you have like a coupon you send out that they can?
No,
they can use the coupon code.
But yeah, I should.
Yeah.
It's more like you just got to talk to people and meet them. I don't know. If you believe in yourself, you'll know where to value your work, and it's not doesn't mean you're going to be perfect by any means, but you're going to be able to give them an experience that they're never going to forget. And I also think that more so than the photos is showing up that day, creating an environment that your couple feels comfortable in, and like becoming friends with them. Like I don't want any of my clients to be clients. I want them to be my friends.
Yeah. What do you wear to a wedding shoot?
I wear this. No, I wear like a button-up shirt and then just like some Vans and some black pants.
All black.
Yeah.
Todd, what's your thoughts on his? Because you're on the business side of arts a bit.
I think he's making all the wrong decisions. Everything from top to bottom. No, I think you're doing great. I think experience is showing, and I think your brand is strong. You have a brand about you, and so even when you're not taking a picture, you're still representing your brand, right? And so this brand was immediately mysterious to me. This disheveled, homeless-looking person, right? But everything that I had already heard about you before that, right?
I cleaned up, you know.
You did clean up.
I cleaned up real
like
nice.
Unrecognizable. So yeah, I remember the first time after too, and I'm like,
you're like, damn, I didn't know you could look so good.
Then I missed the other.
Yeah. People miss it.
No, I think you're making really, really good decisions. I think that we have to ask one more question.
Yeah, for sure.
Not long ago, we did have a tattoo artist on, right? And this is fascinating to me. I think looking around, everybody has at least a tattoo. I don't have any tattoos. I've thought about it here and there.
Yeah.
But,
Yet.
Not yet.
Tomorrow.
Sometime.
Do it right now.
Oh, baby.
I might sometime. And so, what's your relationship? You have one or two. I'm looking over there.
A couple.
At this point, I'm sure you don't keep track.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just
I just
kind of an
take it by
overall
like
thing.
You should see his ass.
my butt. No tattoos.
Nope. One clean area right there. That's great. So how did that come to be? Because it is clearly
Like
a decision
tattooing
you've made. Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna get personal. Are you ready?
If you don't
All
mind.
right. Yeah, I don't mind. Okay, so when I was younger, I was 18. I was still in high school, and the first tattoo I got was this cross in this verse. And I grew up in a like really like awesome like Christian home, and those are my values. I love Jesus, and I wanted to get a cross tattoo with a verse that really connected with me, and I was like, I'm gonna get that right there. And I want people to know that this is who I am, and I want to look at that and be proud of that. And then I just started getting tattoos that like were of what I believed, you know what I mean? And like those things like just, I guess they just kept going, you know? And I was just like, you know, like, because a lot of people were like, I don't know if Christians can be tattooed. And I'm like, well, you know, then I don't know.
They can also drink a lot
I'm
of
like,
beer. Most
you can
people
drink
don't
beer
know
and
that,
be Christian,
so,
you know,
yeah.
and you can be tattooed. And it's like, to me, it's like just like a showcase of who I am, you know? It's like I wanted to show the things that I loved and wear them proudly on my arms and stuff. And I don't know. I just like I don't know if I'm addicted to them, but I just like really love.
Well, you have a
tattooing my
strong
body.
relationship.
I have a strong
would say
relationship
at least.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, both my legs are done, feet, hands up to my shoulders on both of my sides. And then I got 2 neck tattoos. So I guess I'm pretty committed.
I think at this point it's gonna be tough to go the other direction.
Yeah. My mom is like, when are you going to stop? And I was like, I don't know.
I don't know. You got a face still.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing my face.
Okay.
Fuck that shit. But,
The money makers right here.
Yeah.
Clean and
Yep.
so, but yeah, I don't know. Tattooing, it's just like a way of expression, you know? I think that whatever you are into, whatever you believe in, you can tattoo your body and show it off proudly. And I think it's just a cool way to like, I don't know, just show your self-expression and who you are as a person.
Has there been any evolution to who you were to who you are now? Is radically different?
No. Stay the
Nicely
same.
done.
So
No regrets is what
No.
I'm saying. No regretful tattoos.
So like,
no regrets.
it's funny because like the most recent tattoos I've got were my knuckles, and I got a cross there, and the first one I got was a cross here. So
Full circle.
it's still going. It's something that's just like, you know, maybe not a lot of people don't identify with that and don't go that route, and that's totally fine. But like for me, that's such a like impactful part of my life, and something, that relationship with God and Jesus is something that I love, and I'll never ever like get rid of that part of my life. Like that's
You
just
wear it on
what-
your sleeve.
Yeah, and that's okay if people don't agree with that. It's totally fine. But like that's who I am, and you know, I love them for them, and they hopefully love me for me, and that's totally fine. So
We love you most days.
Most days.
unless I have my Homeless statue.